Don't kill the cat! Ha! Hexane, a solvent in vegetable oil production. We're going to read whether it's healthy or not. Let's just check the little thing first here. Flammable, exclamation mark, whatever that means. It's a health hazard, and it's a pollutant, environmental hazard. In industry, hexanes are used in the formulation of glues for shoes, leather products, and roofing. I think that I read this in some wacky health article. Of course, we know that the legitimacy of Wikipedia also depends on user credibility. This tag here in Wikipedia mentions that there is no source for this. They're also used to extract cooking oils such as canola oil or soy oil from seeds for cleansing and degreasing a variety of items, and in textile manufacturing. They are commonly used in food-based soybean oil extraction in the United States and are potentially present as contaminants in all soy food products in which the technique is used. Citation needed, but I think that since we're already seeing this recurring mention of this presence of these hexanes in cooking oil extraction, that it's probably reasonable to presume that this is in fact reality. I don't think it's rational for someone to randomly come up with this and try to spread it as fake news, try to creep people out. The lack of regulation by the FDA of this contaminant is a matter of some controversy. So here we have articles that are linked. We could click on them. They already deal with this concern that there's lack of regulation. So if there are articles covering this, then it's probably reality. A study found hexane in soy protein. Should you stop eating veggie burgers? Many non-organic soy products contain traces of organic. For whoever is an American is bio. Organic production is supposed to limit the use of pesticides and chemicals, as in the case, to process foods. May contain traces of the neurotoxin hexane, according to a report by a research group that supports organic and sustainable agriculture. How worried should soy foodies be? I don't know much about vegetarian foods, but in a statistic that I looked up around 10 years ago, when I was looking up GMOs just by curiosity, I couldn't find the statistic anymore. Over 90% of world production of soy is genetically modified, so that's also a concern. Politically correct activists, I also wanted to mention, since we got into the quote, whether it's the pen or the keyboard, for keyboard warrior, people that like to fight online. How should I formulate this? I don't know where I found the statistic. See, the first thing that comes up is conspiracy theories, because there are so many people trying to protect sensitive topics like these, because it's very easy for the so-called conspiracy theorists to delve into stuff that could potentially be very harmful to human health. But these politically correct keyboard warriors, I would like to call them that, because they like to fight whoever is focused on something scandalous and scary. They like to disprove them, but they don't really have much data to disprove them either. See, you can see like needles poking into, it's just a bunch of nonsense. Obviously, that's not what GMO is. I think I found the page where that table was. I tried looking for it, but the table was removed. Yeah, so that's a little bit questionable. Anyway, back to hexane. Colorless, liquid, odorless, when pure, with boiling points approximately 69 Celsius. See, it has a very low boiling point. Melting point is negative 94 Celsius. So that's below zero, that's below freezing point. This is obviously bad, because if it's a byproduct mixed into oils, you're obviously going to be cooking at over this temperature, which means that it's already melted, it's already in liquid form. And whenever you're cooking with these oils that contain this as a contaminant, right, it's going to be evaporating. If you don't consume it within the oil, it's going to be evaporating, potentially burning. No smoke point listed. You're going to be breathing it in. And if it's a neurotoxin, that's obviously unwanted. Safety. Inhalation of N-hexane at 5,000 parts per million. For 10 minutes, produces marked vertigo. You get dizzy. For 12 hours, produces drowsiness, fatigue, loss of appetite, paresthesia, abnormal sensation of the skin, tingling, pricking, chilling, burning, numbness, with no apparent physical cause. In the distal extremities, situated away from the center of the body. Muscle weakness, cold pulsation in the extremities, blurred vision, headache, and anorexia. Wow, that's crazy. Chronic occupational exposure to elevated levels of N-hexane has been demonstrated to be associated with peripheral neuropathy in auto mechanics in the US and neurotoxicity in workers in printing presses. I know that there were a lot of toxins at my old day job, but now I'm even happier I left. And shoe and furniture factories in Asia, Europe, and North America. Current N-hexane, PL, blah, blah, blah. Volatile hydrocarbons present in aspiration risk. Pneumonia, lung infection. See, these are all bad things, obviously. Denaturant of alcohol and cleaning agent in textile and furniture and leather industries. Slowly being replaced with other solvents. Slowly being replaced, so that means that it's still being used. And it's just
irresponsible.
So many industries are using it and already know about the harmful effects of these chemicals, and they don't immediately replace, and workers suffer because of this, and you get all these modern diseases that didn't exist some 100 years ago because of all these new supposedly beneficial things that we use for production. Sewer lines, wow. Illegally discharged from soybean processing plant owned by Ralston Purina. Nestle, all brand of premium dog food and cat food. Hexane was attributed as the cause of an explosion that occurred in and let's see what type of, they said soybean oil, and what else? Canola oil or soy oil. So these are oils to try to avoid for this specific reason. Okay, see, we're at the page of cooking oils. Almond, apricot, avocado, olive, palm, peanut, safflower, soybean. And we got to the point where it says extraction. There are 3 broad types of oil extraction. Chemical solvent extraction, most commonly using hexane. But we still have to figure out what percentage of oils are extracted chemically. By pressing using an expeller press or cold press, pressing at low temperatures to prevent oil heating so that there's no burning and fuming. Or decanter, centrifuge that employs high rotational speed, thermodynamics in general, refinement, distilling heats to evaporate off chemical solvents from the extraction process. So they use distilling to try to clean it off from the hexane left over. I'm not sure what could occur at higher temperatures. Maybe there are some reactions between the oils and the hexane, and maybe it attaches to the atoms. Most of these are chemical processes of refining oils, which is obviously not a good thing. Maybe we have to just look into each oil